going to have a wonderful person come up, and I just give you a little bit of history about her. And that was it. It was 2001, I believe, that it came down the Supreme Court ruling from the United States of America that if a school allowed any outside activity, they would also have to allow the Good News Club. So we came to the LA Unified School District and said, okay, here's the law. And they said, no, I'm sorry, you can't come in. And so we got a lawyer from Florida, actually. I don't know why we got somebody from Florida when we live in California. But it was Liberty Counsel, Matt Staver, and he now has become the national spokesman for CEF. But getting to my point, there was one school that we knew had a Christian principal, and we knew that she would let us in. And so that is the school that we picked to go into, because we knew that we had the permission from the school, but we just did not have it from the district office. And so we just happened to have the person that was the principal of that school here with us today. And not only here with us today, she's going to make the next presentation. Deanna Viapani. So she's going to tell us how we can build a team. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for us. She's now on our board, and she's retired from the school, but she's still working. So go ahead.
That was quite an adventure. She made that really short. Well, I prayed to the Lord and I asked him, what do you want me to share? How do you want me to share this? And so he said, just tell your story. And I said, okay. So during my prayer time, I pray for CEF International, CEF National, CEF State, and then CEF Local, us. And then I asked the Lord, well, what is my role right now? And I said, well, I'm not a helper, and I'm not a teacher. And I said, well, then what can I do? And so then I was asking the Lord, and he said, well, you could adopt a Good News Club. And I said, oh, what does that mean? And so I just kept praying about it, and the Lord began to describe to me what that means. And it's the things that you need, okay? What do we need? And it always starts with prayer. And so we need the prayer requests, and I know there's a lot of you that send prayer requests to Rosa, but I found in talking to some of the Good News Clubs, they always have prayer requests, all kinds of prayer requests. And so I said, perfect, that's something I can do. And so then we talked more, because I have adopted 4 schools. And I have talked to all of them already to get their consent, because I want to know if they want to do this, because maybe they don't. Maybe they have another plan. And they have all said yes. So I was like, yay. And so then we have begun to make a plan. And what is that plan? Well, I found that snacks were a big thing, and especially if you have a big group. And so they have a rotation, different people rotate. So they said, well, do you want to come into our rotation? And I said, well, of course. And then they said, prizes, same thing. Bibles, same thing. And I was like, oh, wow. I said, oh, well, already I know what I need to do, right? So I made a plan with them, and we're working that plan, and we'll continue, because it's going to change as time passes. I also considered, what the Lord is telling me is making connections with others that are new to the Good News Club and to CEF. And so that includes churches, businesses, all kinds of people that are around our schools and around us, to work with them. And in fact, I have my first appointment with a business tomorrow. So I'm like, yay. Oh. And then I got a phone message this morning, and I wasn't even considering this person, and I was like, oh, I have to talk to this person, because maybe they want to sponsor a Good News Club. I hope. But at our last committee meeting, we as a chapter have committed to support the clubs with snacks and prizes and Bibles, and we're going to be using these meetings as our distribution center, like we've done in the past, where you come here and that's the time, like you're doing now with the name tags. This is when you pick up all your things. And then we have our currently established sponsors and supporters, but and we're going to continue working with them. But we're also looking for new contacts, new people. So if you know of anyone, please let us know. We're interested in buying things in bulk. We're interested in donations. There's all kinds of ways that people can help that we don't even know, right? That we can't think of. That when you meet with them, they start to say, what about this and what about that? And you're like, oh, yeah, we can do that. So if you have any contacts, please let us know. And then the Lord gave me, and I was just laughing, in listening to everybody else's training. You need to know that we are so blessed.
Yes.
We are so blessed. The team at this chapter is the bomb. I mean, look what's gone on all morning. Right?
Right.
Okay. Well, the Lord gave me a word of encouragement. And he said, you are highly trained, equipped to reach the children of the San Fernando Valley and Santa Clarita as well with the gospel. And we've heard today, what do we use? We use our salvation message. We use our wordless book. We use our memory verses. We use our songs. And we use our Bible stories. And so I pray that this time we're going to have the largest yield ever. And so I pray that the children have open hearts and accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior. And so, record number. Record number. That's it.